Welcome. We're back here down at the corner with your Almond Delights. And this week, we will begin our read of The Kingdom by yours truly, Mr. McShakie. You guys go over to Amazon.com and download your books today or purchase the paperback, whichever one you decide. But go over also to his YouTube channel, McShakie Live, and subscribe. You guys check the description box below for all of the links that you will need to download your book as well as to subscribe to his channel. Also go over to Instagram.com and follow him there. Y'all, we about to start reading. Let's see what it's going to be about. Get your mugs and sip slow. We over here reading, y'all. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Almond Delights Reading Corner. I am your girl, Miss Almond Brown 09, and we are back down here at the corner once again to continue our read of The Kingdom, honey, by yours truly, Mr. McShakie, honey. So we already know, disclaimer, heavy on a disclaimer, honey. There may be some cussing, and a little bit more cussing, and some other things that are, some grown-ups might be doing, some explicit things. But we all grown, right? So just clutch your invisible pearls as I read along. So we know last week what happened. When I tell you Zeus, honey, in a coma, had to shake things up with the family as they read his living will, and the brother, while he tried to kill his own brother, his brother already knew what was going on. So he was what? X'd out of the will. He thought he was going to get something, but he didn't get nothing. So we know that Aries was left the controlling portion of the family's business. So he is now the reigning king of the kingdom. So we are going to get started on chapter 5 of the kingdom. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Monday. That you got your drinks, you got your tea, whatever you're gonna do, and honey, let's sip slow. Chapter 5. Weldon King sat in a booth at the VIP section of the Pleasure Club. He was sipping a smooth Four Roses bourbon shot and enjoying the vibe of male waiters. As the old school R&B performer crooned, "Got my whiskey?" Live, Weldon lifted his glass and stated in his mind, "I sure do." He checked his Rolex Oscar Perpetual Yacht Master Rich watch. Upset was not the word. He asked himself why on earth would Wyatt expose their issues in his proxy? "Mr. King," a young man said as he approached Weldon's booth, "if he owes you money, then I ain't him," Weldon joked. "No, sir," the young man laughed. "I met you a few months back in New York. The silent auction at Sotheby's Auctioneers?" Rodney quickly remembered the auction. He had gone up north to go to Jersey to check on other matters, but the auction came at the right time. So he decided to attend at the last minute. Even though the man mentioned an actual event that he attended, he still did not remember him, and so he looked at him confusingly. "You bid $1.3 million on that original Michelangelo sculpture? I have to admit, it was a truly exquisite piece," the young man added. "The truly exquisite part was that I ended up selling it for $4 million. Weldon smiled and took a sip of his drink. Not every black man so young appreciates fine art. Even though he truly did not remember the young man, he felt at ease. An admirer of Michelangelo is a very bright man, and I never turned down the company of a distinguished gentleman." The young man responded with a comforting smile that set aside any other notions that Weldon would have had about him. "Please, have a seat, Mr. Weldon led. Doctor," the young man corrected as he sat down and extended his hand. "Dr. Caleb McNair." "Well, Dr. McNair, it is a pleasure." Weldon shook his hand. "That sculpture was truly a steal at that price, and you made a nice profit from it," said Caleb. Both men chuckled lightly as Caleb read and responded to an incoming text message. Would you like a drink? Warden offered as they began talking about the rare sculptures and paintings that he owned. A welcome distraction from what had happened earlier that evening. Like, really? School? College? Does anything about me say college? Said Artemis into her phone as she accepted a call from Adonis. She was speeding down Claiborne Avenue in her Maserati on her way back to her castle. She had to go pick up her car from where she got arrested from. Well, Artie, I can't really say I disagree, Adonis informed. But how about Dad leaving me a seat, stocks, and money? Like I want anything to do with him, his company, or his money. Adonis, first, this is not about you. Second, sweetie, I'm the official family diva since you decided to excommunicate to wherever the hell you are. And third, no matter how much you think this right, it's so wrong. Like I have to go to college? I mean, like school or something to get my money? Artie, chuck it up and make something of yourself. Adonis chuckled. I will not, Artemis said. Like everyone is so upset over Athena getting the axe or whatever, and no one is thinking about how I feel. I want to go and wake Dad up myself to have him fix this. There has to be some like loophole or legal thing I can do to get out of this. Adonis rolled his eyes. Artemis, I was actually calling to tell you to look out for your sister. I tried calling her, but she didn't answer, and it won't make it any better that they're talking about this on the local news already. But they say the will is what it is, and it's clear you won't have your inheritance until you finish college. That's so fucked up, Artemis said, hitting the steering wheel. Your father did that because he wants you to make something of yourself. Our father is tripping. Okay, hermano, I will be sure to check on Athena. Please do. I'm worried for her, period. I know she was upset. She ain't the only one, Artemis thought. But she said, I will TTYL. I'm on my way to the library to study. I'll have to call you back. They said their goodbyes and disconnected the line. Artemis wasted no time scrolling to Eddie's name on her phone. He answered on the first ring. Artemis, thanks a lot for hanging up in my face earlier. I'm sorry, Eddie. It was my family and all. Artemis lied. Oh, so you didn't mean to make me feel worthless and stupid? Said Eddie sarcastically. No, of course not, Eddie. Baby, I want you. Artemis lied. She really needed him. Want me? Mi amor, yes, I realized today how much I need you, she said, calling him my love in Spanish. He didn't bite. Was that before or after you found out you had to graduate to receive your inheritance? How how did you know? KingEnterprises.com issued a press release. You got $100 million that you can't touch right now. They are calling it expert parenting from beyond the grave, explained Eddie. Well, that too, but goodbye, Artemis, Eddie said, hanging up the phone in her face, repaying her. Fuck, she screamed into the wind as she threw her phone on the passenger seat. Making sure it don't stop. This life of a young hard knock. NBA young boy roared through the 4 6x9s as the Diamonds track played on repeat. Aries pushed his Lamborghini down Bienville Avenue to mid-city New Orleans. He had the top down in a $300,000 sports car. It had a Negro black interior with red piping and a powerful V10 engine. It was a limited edition, and he had the only one in Louisiana. Riding shotgun was Aries' right-hand man and cousin, Teddy. Teddy was Aries and Athena's cousin by their mother, but Teddy and Aries, being the same age, grew up more like brothers. Teddy was a towering 6 feet 4 and was muscular built. He was a light brown skinned thug nigga that favored the rapper The Game. Terrence, Teddy Nichols, worked for the kingdom as an underboss over the Magnolia Project. But since Aries was now the king of New Orleans, Teddy, too, was promoted. He was Aries' most trusted, loyalist, and closest friend, so he was a natural choice for the number two position within the kingdom. Teddy was a street nigga, and no stranger to putting in work, he knew the business well. They were on their way to Buster's trap house. Crossing Broad Street on Bienville, they came out to a group of females walking along the sidewalk. There were four young, fine hood rats, and they immediately noticed the supercar as he strolled down the streets. Watch this, Aries said as he switched the music to New Orleans bounce music. McShakie make the hoes go crazy, came blasted through the Alpine speakers. The girls responded almost instantly. They began bending over and shaking their asses. All that was seen was Project Booty wobbling up and down to the beat of the New Orleans bounce music. Aries loved his city because no matter what, bounce music was known as the beat always that'll make the girls twerk. A true New Orleans girl couldn't resist the sound. As they pulled off, the girls waved, their way of telling him thank you for letting them feel that beat for a minute. Man, them hoes was fine, Teddy said, looking back. Aries nodded in agreement as he changed the music back to hip hop. They arrived at Buster's colonial style home a few minutes later. Buster sat on the porch playing dominoes with his top lieutenant and two of his goons. Upon noticing Aries' car pull up in the driveway, his top lieutenant got up and walked toward it. Forget them project hoes. Look at Vanessa. That ass is fat with a capital P, said Teddy, admiring Buster's top dog Vanessa. She was a nice dime piece with caramel complexion, slanted eyes, with big dick sucking lips. Her shoulder-length dreadlocks accentuated her exotic features. What's up, Vanessa? Teddy stated, getting out of the car. Aries got out as well and had to agree that Vanessa was thick as hell. Aries nodded at her. She nodded back. Word on the street was that Vanessa was a former prostitute. Buster had found her and put her on, and now he kept a tight leash on her. He was a father figure to her, and she was completely loyal to him. At the same time, rumor also had it that Vanessa was just as deadly as Buster, if not more. When it came down to running Buster's territory, Vanessa was unmerciful, and she had caught several bodies in his name. Can I help you? She asked, rolling her eyes at Teddy. I'd like to speak to your daddy, Aries said, in private. You go. He stays, she said, not the least bit intimidated. You must not know Aries is the new king of New Orleans, said Teddy. So wherever he goes, I go, gorgeous. She shook her head no. I got this, cuz. You heard me? Offered Aries. Teddy shrugged his shoulders and continued his futile attempt to flirt with Vanessa. Aries walked up the steps of the porch where Buster sat beating his goons on the domino table. Nina Ross, she the boss, Buster said as he slammed the 6-3 domino down. He noticed Aries had walked up. What up, little cousin? I hear you the big shit now. I been the big shit, cousin, Aries responded. You think I can holler at you? Man to man? Buster nodded and motioned for his two workers to get lost. They went inside the house. So, what do I owe this personal visit from Mr. Aries King? As you know, my dad left me in charge of the kingdom in which you are a member. I want to ensure that I have your loyalty and your allegiance as I completely take over, said Aries, giving his cousin a chance and enough rope to hang himself. Well, that depends on where Athena fits in all this. My sister is not included in my plans for the kingdom. In fact, I removed her from King Enterprises as well. This is my show now, and I need to know if you're going to play, or do I need to find your replacement? Buster smirked. Honestly, cuz, my loyalty lies with only one of Uncle Wyatt's children, and it ain't you, Buster stated blankly. Aries grunted. He expected that type of response from Buster. Aries reached down to the domino table and picked up a random domino. If you lay 6 tray and I got big 6, what that give me, big cousin? 15. Aries flipped over the domino he had selected, which was a double 6. He laid it adjacent to the 6-3 domino that Buster had laid when he walked up. That's how many days you got to bow or break. I ain't never bowing for you, little cuz. I'm sorry to hear that, Buster. I guess that means you gotta be broken. Aries proceeded to walk down the steps. That's all you gotta do is be sorry, Aries, because you can't do shit about it. You can't pay a nigga to pop me. Buster laughed and then yelled for his workers to come back out. Aries walked up on Teddy trying to flirt with Vanessa, who was looking at him as if he were crazy. Come on, Teddy, we out of here, Aries said, getting into his car. So, you ain't gonna give me your number? Teddy asked Vanessa as he got in the car. Vanessa shook her head. Not at all, Teddy. Well, fuck you then, Teddy yelled as they were pulling up out of the driveway. Your dick probably small anyway, Vanessa yelled back. Aries and Teddy laughed at the comment. So, is Buster with the program or what? Teddy asked when they reached Broad Street. Or what? Answered Aries. Then on top of that, the nigga think he can't be touched like he MC Hammer or some shit. Fuck. He might be right. He was in the gang way before us. And you know he learned the murder game from Weldon. Plus, Buster got most of Uptown on some scared shit. And he run the Ville like he's Saddam Hussein. Somebody's able to touch him. I got $500,000 in cash on that. I might just know somebody. Who? Aries asked, eager to make it pop off. That gangs nigga from the West Bank. You know the one that's been putting in that body work for Hanai. He be taxing, but Hanai say he the truth. Teddy said as he explained how one of the kingdom's biggest clients from the other side of Mississippi River had a young elite hitman on their squad. Aries was intrigued. What are you waiting for, nigga? Make the fucking call. Buster got 15 days, and then I want an example made of him. I want the message to ring loud and clear. Your loyalty or your life. I will have one of them, Aries said strongly. Teddy laughed as he called their West Bank Connect Hanai. Aries inside loved the mayhem. In Greek mythology, Aries is the god of war. And scene. So y'all already know when we get down to the last chapter, well, till the end of the chapter, we got to take a brief intermission. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back here down at the corner with your Almond Delights. And this week, we will begin our read of The Kingdom by yours truly, Mr. McShakie. You guys go over to Amazon.com and download your books today or purchase the paperback, whichever one you decide. But go over also to his YouTube channel, McShakie Live, and subscribe. You guys check the description box below for all of the links that you will need to download your book as well as to subscribe to his channel. Also go over to Instagram.com and follow him there. Y'all, we about to start reading. Let's see what it's gonna be about. Get your mugs and sip slow. We over here reading, y'all. We over here reading, y'all. So we are back and we are going to begin our read of chapter 7, honey. Listen, that Aries ain't sparing nothing. He already fired his sister out of the family business. And now he about to try to kill his own cousin. Child. Whew, we on chapter 6, y'all, of the kingdom. So, is this the official loser table? Athena asked. Athena asked as she reached the VIP booth that her uncle occupied. With Weldon was a man she did not recognize. Immediately, she noticed how handsome the man was. She had come to drink away the fact that her own father had basically shafted her. No hang-ups over here, dear niece. Your father is a stubborn man. You know, and I know, Warren stated. I'll drink to that, Athena stated as she flagged down the server and ordered a drink. Weldon held his hand out toward the man's direction. Dr. Caleb Minier, meet my lovely niece, Athena King. Pleasure to meet you, Athena said, extending her hand for a shake. Caleb surprised her by planting a kiss on her hand. She instantly blushed. His lips were velvety smooth, just like his dark chocolate skin. She realized he had a gleaming white smile when he smiled back at her. No, Miss King, the pleasure is all mine, Caleb assured her. Athena, won't you sit with us? Weldon said, giving her the eye. She nodded. At that, Caleb stood and allowed her to take a seat in the booth between Weldon and himself. Athena checked him out. He wore a Ralph Lauren black label polo shirt that hugged his body. It displayed his muscular definition. She could tell that he worked out. She looked at his slacks and knew that if the bulge was any indication, Dr. Minnell was blessed. She took a seat. So, how do you know my uncle? Asked Athena. I met him at an auction in New York a while back, responded Caleb as he took a sip of his drink. Okay, NYC. Is that where you're from? She asked. No, actually, I am from Atlanta. I went to school in New York, he replied. Really? What school? Cornell University, Caleb began, but before he could say more, Weldon interrupted him. I'll let you two kids get better acquainted, Weldon said, getting up to leave. Uncle Weldon, you don't have to go anywhere, stated Athena to be cordial. But the truth was, she wanted some time alone with the attractive doctor. She had always put business first. But being ousted from the business, she thought she may as well, and it had been quite some time since she had enjoyed the company of a man. No, Athena, I see a few ladies who appear to be a little lonely over by the bar. Besides, we can throw our pity party later, Warden said, quite happy to avoid the conversation that Athena wanted to have. He winked at her and walked off. I'm starstruck, said Caleb. I'm sitting here with the famous Athena Minerva King. I feel like I should be asking you for your autograph. Starstruck? Oh, so I gather you have heard of me, she offered as the server brought Athena's drink order. She downed a drink and ordered another. You and your father were on the cover of Black Enterprise magazine a few months back. And besides, your uncle could not stop raving about you. Athena nodded. She remembered the interview well. She and Zeus looked practically good in the magazine. The Kings were in line to become the next black billionaires. Caleb mentioning the interview brought back memories of when she and Zeus were on the best terms. Her drink arrived and she took the memory of her father out of her mind. My uncle fancies himself a matchmaker, she said as her drink arrived. Well, you are the most eligible bachelorette in the South, he stated. She smiled at him. Well, that's not fair, Dr. McNair. You know all about me, and I know very little about you. Please, Athena, call me Caleb. He gently touched her hand, and she swore she felt the electricity as they made eye contact. Okay, she admonished. So, Caleb, what are you a doctor of? Psychology. Oh, a mental gymnast, she said playfully. Among other things, he responded and then flirtatiously licked his lips. So here you are, a smart and a handsome psychologist. What's the catch? She asked. She set her drink down. Married or six kids with five different baby mamas, possessive or psychotic, or a brother on the DL with a boyfriend waiting for you at home? Caleb laughed. Not married, never been, no kids, so no baby mama. And to each his own, but I don't find other men attractive. So, What's the drawback? What's your imperfection? Caleb looked off. Truthfully, I worked too hard. I grew up without, and so I married my career. Marrying my work, I never had time for love. He stared deep into her eyes. Or shall I say, I never met a woman worth making time for. Athena blushed. Until now, he said seductively. Athena certainly felt where Caleb was coming from. They began to converse and found that they had several things in common. They also brazenly flirted with each other until nearly an hour had gone by. Eddie lived in a townhouse style apartment in an area of New Orleans called Gert Town. He lay in his rent to own full size bed in a deep sleep when he heard a constant banging. At first, he thought it was one of his neighbors because the walls were so thin and all the apartments were connected. Eddie, answer your motherfucking door, his neighbor yelled, banging on the wall. He sprang up, realizing that the banging was intended for him. He ran towards his front door and looked through the peephole. It was Artemis standing on his doorstep. He let her in. What's wrong, Mama Cat? He said, noticing she had bags with her and she had been crying. Artemis threw her bags down and she fell into Eddie's arms. Eddie, I really need you, she lied, with as many fake tears as she could come up with. He looked at her and felt sorry for her and let her in. Don't worry, Artie. It will be okay, he said, embracing her once she was inside. I'm fine, she said, breaking away from his embrace. Truthfully, what her brother Adonis said rang in her mind. Everyone wanted her to be someone, but nobody cared about what she wanted. She was going to sell Eddie any dream he wanted, and then she figured she would get her inheritance and planned on taking the first flight out to New York City to pursue her dreams of starring in her own reality show. She already felt like the black Paris Hilton and the southern Kim Kardashian. So with Zeus out of her way, she was free to become a famous socialite. Artemis craved the attention and Eddie fit right into her plans. Eddie, I don't think we should do this anymore. Eddie looked at her perplexed. He adjusted his glasses. What are you saying, Artemis? I'm saying we're over. We're through. Mama Cat, you are distraught. You don't mean that, Eddie said as he was trying to convince himself just as much as Artemis. Eddie, I must go to school for real now. I must do this because everyone wants me to. I understand that you don't want to help me. And so I just came here to thank you for everything so far and say goodbye. Eddie was destroyed, and his heart was melting for her. He wanted to cry, but he didn't. He walked up to her. He looked her deep in her eyes. Eddie came in closer and knelt in front of her and unzipped her black and gray Eli Tahari skirt in one swift move. Eddie, what are you doing? She exclaimed as he yanked both her skirt and panties down. Eddie pulled her close and stuck his tongue in her womb. Artemis stepped out of her skirt and lifted her leg so he had access to her honeypot. Disclaimer, he's about to be some nasty stuff. Got her right where I want him, Artemis thought to herself as Eddie devoured her love box. His tongue wrestled her clit right there in the middle of the living room. After she poured all over his face, he escorted her to his cheap section of sofa and removed the rest of her clothing, and then his own. She took in the size of Eddie's enormous weapon and realized that all these years of jacking off had paid off for him. She was already soaking wet when he entered her from the back. She moaned as Eddie stroked her to near death experience. Okay. She literally saw the light as he reached points unknown inside of her. Child. He fucked her with an intensity she had never felt. And she came 3 more times before Eddie finally collapsed from his own eruption. He got caught in the moment and didn't even pull out. They repositioned themselves to where she was laying in his arms. Artemis was exhausted from the night's actions, and the icing on the cake was the life of Eddie, was the life Eddie had just fucked out of her. I can't leave you, she said, falling asleep in his arms. Hours later, her phone rang, and Eddie reached over to turn it off. He did not want to wake her from her sleep. He wanted one last magical night with his mama cat. He thought that she must be stuck on stupid if she thought she was going to help if if she thought he was going to help her bank all those millions just because she had good pussy. In local business news, Athena King, daughter of millionaire Wyatt Zeus King, was let go of her position as the chief operating officer of conglomerate King Enterprises. King Enterprises, through its various subsidiaries, employs over 2,000 area workers. Athena was expected to be named CEO after the stroke and coma of her father, but in a surprise move, her younger brother Aries King, a local 24-year-old man and high school dropout, was given the job. No word yet on why Athena, a Princeton graduate with a master's degree in business, was let go. The King Enterprises stock had dipped nearly 6 points since the news broke and is expected to drop further, said Nancy Parker of Fox 8 News. Pow, pow, pow! Ah! Screamed Dawn as the flat screen television on her as the flat screen television on her all began smoking from the bullet holes in it. Aries had shot the TV. What the hell you do that for? I couldn't find the remote, Aries replied nonchalantly. He had stopped by her apartment to get some of her fire sticks and ended up laying with her and watching the news. I'll have a new one sent over in the morning. So, what am I going to tell my husband tonight? Tell him I shot the TV, Aries replied coldly as he got up and began walking toward the bathroom. I'm his boss. I'm having him sitting on the run tonight, so he won't be home until tomorrow anyway. You promised to keep him safe. I still promise that. It's a safe run. And besides, one of my cousins will be with him. He'll be fine. Aries entered the bathroom. He refused to admit that he was feeling Don more and more. He loved Rodessa, of that there was no doubt. But Aries was beginning to feel like Don was his pussy too. So he became somewhat jealous of her husband. Siri, call Teddy, he said to his iPhone. Sup, boss? What the business is? Teddy answered on the first ring. You know that new dude, Lonnie, working out at the Fifth Ward? Asked Aries. Yeah, the runner? What about him? Send him on that transport to Kansas and send him along. Boss, he's a fresh fish, and that's Russian territory. After what you just did to the Russians, I wouldn't send an army on that run, let alone a new Jack by himself. That's a death trap. Aries got irate. Nigga, critics get paid for their opinions. Did I hire you to be my second guesser or my second in command? Boss, my bad. I'll set it up, Teddy said, knowing exactly what it was hitting for. Did you get in touch with Marlon Gaines? Not yet. He's kind of hard to get hold on, but I did find out y'all have something in common. You fuss with that Madden. Find the PlayStation, and you'll find Marlon. Get on it, Aries ordered as he hung up the phone and made a mental note to get even with Teddy for questioning him. Aries was a dictator, not a diplomat. After freshening up, he returned to the bedroom where Dawn lay seductively across the bed. He thought about going a second round with her, but Rodessa was at his loft waiting on him, and he didn't feel like hearing her go off. When your husband calls, act surprised, maybe then disappointed. I'm out. Acting disappointed won't be hard. You disappoint me all the time. Since Lonnie won't be home tonight, I thought you'd be staying. You thought wrong. Wrong waiting for me, he stated as he stayed on his way to the door. Don grunted. That's Aries. That's right, Aries. Run on home to your precious little project chick, Rodessa. I'll just stay here by myself feeling like a common slut. Aries didn't understand why Don was jealous of Rodessa. The truth was, she was feeling him as well. Aries reached into his pocket and pulled out 20 crisp $100 bills and placed them on her dresser. Now, instead of feeling like a common slut, you can feel like a common whore, he stated harshly as he exited the bedroom and her apartment. Between the alcohol and being completely stripped of her power, Athena was wasted. She sat there with Caleb drinking back to back, and he let her. She let out her frustrations as the liquor was deep in her system. The barmaid said if you didn't own the place, they would have kicked you out about a half an hour ago. Caleb said, reading a text message on his phone. Caleb, you just don't understand. I am the accountable and responsible one. I'm the mature one. I will never comprehend what my father was thinking about putting Aries, my little egotistical brother, in charge. Okay, Athena, I relent. What are you going to do about it? He asked. I'm doing something right now, Athena responded as she took a big gulp of the drink in front of her. Well, that is not the answer, he declared. You sound like my liver right now. Caleb chuckled. The Athena King I read about doesn't handle problems like that. Athena stared at him and then rolled her eyes. You don't understand. This is not business or school. This is the King's. My family and everything that it's supposed to be never is. So your ego driven little brother just wins? Wasn't there something else about the living will that struck you as strange? Athena was forced to sober a bit and didn't think. I guess the attorney did say that my father gave specific instructions about if and when we should pull the plug. I thought that was kind of crazy. That's not strange. Your father is a fierce man. He wouldn't want to be a vegetable forever. Outside of mentioning Paris and not my mother, which I guess is just like that, there was really nothing else, Athena offered. So your Uncle Weldon got what he expected? The thought hit her and sobered up. No, of course not. I thought Uncle Weldon was going to get broke off something proper. What is the big secret between your father and your uncle? I don't have a clue, but I'll find out because whatever had the power to get my father's favorite brother kicked out might just have the power to get me back in. Exactly. I think I got up. Caleb, I'm sorry, but I have to go now. But thank you. Thank you so much. No problem, he said, and then they exchanged numbers. Athena left Caleb with a kiss on the cheek and ran out the club, never bothering to ask Caleb exactly how he knew so much about things that were never truly made public. And scene. So that was chapter 5 and 6 of The Kingdom by McShakie. So yeah, Aries, the trip. So I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to come up and we'll discuss what it is that we just read. Baby, when I tell you, they don't care. It's like it's my way or no way. Honey, Aries gonna get anybody and everybody. I feel like he'll kill Athena if he really wanted to, and that's his sister. But I mean, it's really not too far fetched because the brother tried to kill another brother to try to get hold of the kingdom. But it ain't happen. Because Zeus was not stupid. Zeus already knew, honey. Zeus already knew what was going on. And so he made sure to put in his living will that Weldon is going to get nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Hold on, let me put my little banner up, honey. She said, that was 41 minutes. Girl, I could not go on for another 4 minutes. Hold on, let me put up my overlay real quick. Do I have it? Oh, Lord, this ain't going to cover. Child, that ain't going to cover. Hold on. Hold on to you now. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I got to find something to cover you up, child. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That ain't gonna, child. That ain't gonna work. Oh, we'll put up this one. Sorry.
It's me.
Okay.
I kept
I had to
saying
make
it's me.
sure.
Now you good. Yeah, that brother's something else.
Yeah,
I
Aries
think
ain't
he
nothing to be
finna
played.
set yeah, he finna set that man up, that his little side piece husband up
But for what though? Because
to get him killed. That's why he's
yeah,
sending him on that run by himself.
but he don't want her.
I know.
Like not
Just
in real life.
right, he gonna come up in the house and shoot up the TV and then go on about his business because he didn't know what was on the news.
Well,
But
I
I
mean,
think he's gonna get him killed.
well, yeah, that's what he was saying. He sent him into what is it, Russian territory. Of course, he
Hmm.
gonna get him killed. But
But
what'll
my
be
thing
funny?
is, he don't want him, so he don't want him because he have his own woman at home. So that's what's gonna be so crazy, just being selfish and a control freak.
Yeah, and it'd be crazy though. Well, I feel like it is crazy because Lonnie is pretty much paying a debt back to him for being even
Right,
being a runner.
right.
Right, Fran
But
J.
he don't
Just
care about nobody.
right, just jealous, just jealous.
Just want what he could want her to keep begging him because she ain't gonna have nobody. Just like how he sent the man on off. He got what he wanted. He going on home. He's talking about, I ain't staying.
So
Talk to all crazy.
who do you think Caleb is? Because Caleb knows too much. I think Caleb is he gonna set Athena up for something. I don't know what it is, but
You think he gonna set her up, or you think he probably one of the long lost children? Because he know a
oh,
lot.
you know what? I ain't think about that.
Because he know too much.
Yeah. So I don't. But how would he even know? I don't know. I'm just as lost. But Athena was too drunk to even realize that the man telling you your business, your family
Right,
business, and
right.
you ain't tell him.
Could be a setup from the brother from Aries. Never know.
No, I don't think it's not from Aries because he's trying to get her to get back in the business. So I know it's not Aries because Aries
Okay.
fired her.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was Aries setting her up, trying to see what she was up to. So putting somebody, where she's gonna be sharing stuff with, where he can go back and tell him. But you're right.
Well, them say he the son from the beginning. Remember the son that was supposed to be killed?
Right.
Did we? Did we? They didn't approach that person. I think he's the man in the picture.
Yeah, he
Ah,
could be. Yeah, he could be like a long lost kid. That kind of money comes all kind of clout, and that dad could have been, doing all kinds of stuff. Where you think that son get it from?
well, he did have a outside child that was uh supposed to be killed. Where's the son
Is that the
uncle?
one that went away? Is that the son that had went away or
Well, that's
something
the
like
one
that?
he was supposed to be. The brother was supposed to kill him because the brother had a baby from his baby mama. I think that's how it went, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna
So,
be it's gonna be interesting when all that come out.
yeah. So I think Dimps and Fran J kind of on the same in the same mind frame. Where's the son uncle who was supposed to get rid of the baby?
Right.
That may
And
be
that
who it
you think
was.
you think that might be the baby?
I do because, but the man was still taking care of the baby. I think he was just sending him money though. He wasn't like there in.
Right, because remember he didn't kill him because remember he said, I know I betrayed you. I was supposed to do what you told me to do. But he didn't ever kill him.
Child,
Yeah, that's gonna be real interesting. I'm gonna have to go on by it because it's getting good.
go on and support the author, child.
I
You can
am.
download it on
I,
your phone or your Kindle if you got one, or
I am.
buy the paperback. Go on and support the author, honey.
I will do because it is getting very interesting. Something that you will want to reread again.
Yeah, I think so. It seemed like because you know sometimes when you reread something, something else will pop out at you that you didn't read the
Yeah,
first time.
you get a better understanding.
Right. The brother slept with his brother's wife and they had a baby together. And he was supposed to
Okay.
kill the
He
baby,
was
but he
supposed to
didn't.
kill him, but he didn't. Okay. I remember that in the beginning. And he said, I betrayed you. And he was like willing to take whatever his punishment was for not killing that baby.
Right.
Okay.
Hmm. So we got to keep our eye on Caleb. Child, we already know Aries just gonna do whatever he want to do.
Yeah, Aries is crazy. He batshit crazy.
And but then, so now we got Artemis, the sister, and then Eddie, and they done did the little thing, and he ain't pull out. So you think it's gonna be another child?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
He got all caught up in it and he did not pull out. And
yeah,
they
but
made it and he made it a point to say that.
listen, that's gonna
And
be
that's the little and that's the sister that's the F up that don't never do nothing.
right.
That didn't
She
want
got
to
to
go
go
to
to
school and all what
yep.
right.
She got to go to college in order to get her. Well, she has to
Well,
finish
she get her
college in order to
money.
get her money. Look,
Yeah.
she talking about she got to read ahead. Oh, you gonna cheat? Don't
She
cheat,
gonna
child.
cheat. Who said that your sister?
Oh, I'm talking about she got to
It,
read
it,
ahead.
it was getting good because look, we gotta wait all the way to Monday. So that was a good reason why I didn't get the book either, because it'll make me stay because I would have been to finish it. Because right now is at the point that you want to go know who Caleb is and what's gonna happen if the husband's gonna get killed. And see, right now you're at that point where it's just like very intriguing.
Yeah, you on pins and needles.
That's why I was like, I'm just not gonna get it. I'm gonna listen to you, but I think I am. When we get to the end,
But
I get it.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think he's gonna tell us who Caleb is for probably another
How
one.
many chapters did you ever check and see?
This one has. I think this is eight. Hold on.
18?
23.
Oh shoot, that's good. Okay, that's worth your money.
Yeah, 23 chapters.
Okay. He has a good penmanship and writing style. It do
Yeah,
keep you and I listened to his prison stories before. So he's a good storyteller.
yes.
And you can
So
tell in his penmanship.
and we're gonna do his memoir as well, but it's gonna be after the next one or whatnot. So
Okay.
look, she
Yeah, I was
talking
sitting
about
here
almond.
doing my little diamond painting and listening to you, trying to get this little soreness out of my arm from that shot.
Yeah, look, she said almond might let you slide if you read ahead. Me, not so much. Just don't,
Oh
don't.
no, no, I'm not. I'm not
No,
gonna. I'm
no,
gonna wait.
that was
Since you say
Angela
it's
that said that
23,
because Angela,
yeah.
Angela will read ahead in the book and be like, "Oh yeah, I read
Oh,
that
and
and did
tell
this."
everybody. Yeah,
Just don't come tell.
we ain't getting Angela no pass because she old Dallas Cowgirl fan.
Yeah, Dims, you should have came up here too. I
Yeah,
have
she
to get the
sure
book.
can.
Yes, go and get the book. Go and
Yeah, I
get the
think
book.
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get it, and I still listen. I'm gonna go ahead and get it.
And make sure when y'all finish listening to the book or reading the book, y'all go on Amazon and leave him a review. Y'all know the reviews mean a lot to
I was trying.
authors
Oh,
and stuff. And then
I
when
was
you,
trying to get it on Kindle when you told me. You told me Kindle, right?
yeah, you can download it on the your Kindle. You can do it a Kindle app on your phone, or if you actually have a Kindle, you can download it
Okay. Yeah, it have to be
there
the
as
app.
well.
Okay, I
But
think I'll do that.
yeah, so make sure if y'all listening to these books that I'm reading, that you guys go on Amazon and leave them a review and let them know that y'all heard it over here at the corner or whatnot, so they'll know that we actually
That's where the sales are coming from. It
right.
was it was from
And
the
not even
reading.
that, but just that where you heard it from
Well, I
too.
mean the sales too.
Well, yeah,
Let them
that
know
too.
that that's where you got it from, so they'll see that it was beneficial.
Right, right. She said she won't do it then. Yeah, don't look, don't read ahead.
I
Don't
can't
read
see the
ahead.
chat.
You should have
Well, I
came up
ain't
here
gonna
tonight
hold
since
you.
you ain't at work, girl. Huh?
Who you talking about?
My
Angela.
sister.
Yeah, she sure should. I ain't never been on the panel with her. Angela, I walked again today.
She said, I'll let Dallas and his nasty old pastor in Epiphany keep me entertained for the week. Oh, she listening to the book I read with Uncle Tim
Which
book, The
one?
Epiphany.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that one. And I
Yeah,
think, and you did James books.
that one came. The Epiphany actually came after Love and Gospel Music. So
Okay,
if you
okay.
listen to Love and Gospel Music, you will then see the life of Joey after James
Gotcha.
was killed. Yeah. So
Yeah, this book is really good. It kind of gets you on you just waiting on Monday because you just want to know what's next.
yes, that's awesome. So tell everybody, tell everybody. You can also share the link through text message. It don't have to be if you don't have a community wall, but you can
Okay.
share it through your text message. If you got Twitter or Instagram or whatnot, you can share it there as well. So
Oh, I
everybody
need to
can
start
see it.
sharing it on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't have Twitter, so girl, you ain't have to
I,
show yourself. You still could have came up here. But
oh,
anyway,
she said she don't want to show us.
talking about she in bed, child. Anyways, but thank you
I'm
so
on my
much for
way that
coming
way. So
up, child. Look, I'm
no
glad
problem.
we did a good job tonight, honey. You
Tilt
know.
that head down. What you got? AKA colors tonight. Your head. Okay, pink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cute.
Thank you, child. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming
All
up.
right, I'm dropping down.
All right, thank
Y'all
you.
have a good night. You're welcome.
All right.
Good night.
So yes, you guys, that was Polo. Appreciate you for coming up and joining us and talking about the kingdom. Um, right now I'm gonna do my church announcement. So if you guys can please drop your chocolate and your sun emojis in the chat. I was reading her comment. She said she shared it with somebody, one of her ladies that she follow on YouTube. So thank you, sister. But yes, if you have gotten this far into the broadcast and you have not subscribed to Almond Brown 09, I mean, why not? Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get all of my notifications if YouTube ain't being a jerk when I upload or when I go live. Make sure you guys check the description box below for all the information that you will need for MC Shakie's book. It's over on Amazon if you want to follow him or subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's also over on Instagram at MC Shakie Live. You guys can go over there and follow him there. I don't. Well, I know he has a Twitter, but I don't know the Twitter handle. But if you would like to hear this being read podcast style, you can go and follow me over at anchor.fm / Almond Brown 09. Let me see if I have. Okay, let me put it in the chat. Hold on to your love. Hold on. Anchor.fm / Almond Brown 09. It's also in the description bar as well for you to go over and listen to this podcast. I uploaded the other two episodes. If you guys have not heard those yet, you can listen here on YouTube as well as over on Anchor. And if you're on Anchor, come on over to YouTube, youtube.com / Almond Brown 09. Thank you to the ones that are over there on Anchor. And over there on Anchor, what you can do is appreciate it, but it's not required. It is free to listen. But if you would like to subscribe to the podcast, you can subscribe for it's like 99 cents, 4.99 or 99 cents, something in between. Well, I think it's 4.99 or 9.99, something like that. I don't know. But like I said, if you would like to, thank you, Lou A. You know, it's my natural hair, child. You know what I'm saying? I just press it out a little bit just so I can see how long ahead I got. But I'm gonna go back to my fro soon. Okay. But shout out to the members as well. I'm gonna drop the link for that as well. Shout out to my moderators. I don't know where y'all at, but I know where one of them at, but I don't know where the rest of them at. But if you guys would like to join the membership, it is only a love offering of $4.99 a month. If you guys would like to be a part of the Almond Delights 2.0, I appreciate you guys for joining. Shout out to the ones that are here. Angela, I saw me Hermosa earlier, but I don't see her. Shout out to friend Jay for being a member. Let me see if I can find her comment. Shout out to Phenomenal for being a member. And shout out to everybody else that's not here, but also a member of the channel. I appreciate you for that. You need to be a mod. Well, you better be here if I'm going to add you as a moderator. ma'am. Okay. So about you need to be a mod. Okay, sister. You better be here when I go live. Okay. But anyways, if you're an author and you would like to have your book read over here on the corner, make sure you email me at almondbrown09@gmail.com and we can get our correspondence going. Too late now. Ain't no takebacks. Ain't no takebacks. Too late. But email me at almondbrown09@gmail.com. If you're on Instagram, follow me, instagram.com/almondbrown09. If you guys would like to send or a book or a gift or whatever else, if you want to bless your girl with something, you can always send it to my P.O. box. And that is Almond Brown 09, P.O. Box 1058, Starke, STARKE, Florida 32091. I appreciate all gifts and offerings or whatever that you guys give because you do give it freely. So I appreciate you guys for that. Oh, and yes, if you guys have not seen, I posted a picture on my community wall because I do sell fedoras, and they look like this. They're two tones, so you have a solid color here and then a color underneath. You can also see Dimps Designs wearing one of the fedoras over on my community wall, and you guys also see me wearing my fedoras most of the time. When I come on here, I may have a hat on. So if you would like to purchase one, please email me or DM me on Instagram, and I can let you guys know what colors I have left. The ones, shout out to everyone that has purchased one from me, um, and have received your hat. I think Phenomenal got hers. Dave said she got hers, and I know Polo had received hers, but that was a while. Angela, you'll be getting yours soon. She almost broke me off a little something, something when you was gone. Y'all so funny. I have to go to the wall and see it. The hats are great quality. I ain't make her say that. She said it on her own. But they are, but they are. But I appreciate you guys for supporting me in every way possible that you guys do, even if it's just by coming down here to watch me, giving me a good old thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't like the video. I ain't mad at you because I don't know if you did it or not. By subscribing, by becoming a member, just by listening and being here and giving me your attention. So I appreciate you guys for that. I will be coming back, not tonight though, I have to do a video showcasing the hats, just a separate video so you guys can see it. I will not be wearing the hats that I have for you guys, but these are my own personal hats that I have. So you can still see how they fit. In this one, I pulled the drawstring in this one, so it is snug, honey, so it won't slide off when I was doing all of that. I didn't know if I was gonna have to throw my head, honey, around in a circle tonight reading this book. So I had to make sure it was secure on my head, okay? So the drawstring does work. I wish I could take this off and show you guys, but baby, these roots are starting to swell back up. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But I appreciate you guys for joining me. If you see McShakie out there in the street, if you see him out there on Instagram or Twitter or whatnot, please thank him for allowing us to read his book over here at the corner, honey, the Almond Delights Reading Corner. Let him know that you guys appreciate his penmanship in this book, The Kingdom. So yes, I'm gonna let you guys go because, like always, y'all know I will ramble on. She said, "I love my white hat. I can't wait to wear it, and I can't wait to see you in it." But yes, I love you guys. I will talk to y'all later. I appreciate you guys for joining us down here. We will be back on Monday night, next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another read of the Kingdom. We will be reading chapter 7 and 8. I think, yes, we're on chapter 7 and 8 of the Kingdom. It's getting really good. So if you came in late and you guys would like to catch up, you can always go back to the beginning of the video and catch up and see what's going on. Don't forget, on Saturday nights we do have our watch parties over on Twitch, twitch.tv/almondbrown09, where we are over there and we watch videos together, or we watch movies together. If you have a suggestion for a movie or a series type show and it's on Amazon Prime, please leave your suggestions in the comment section, under a video or on my community wall somewhere, and I will add it to our list of movies this week, unless someone sponsors a paid for a movie that has to be paid for. We will be watching Black Box this week. We'll be watching Black Box this week. We watched Karen last Saturday, but this Saturday we'll be watching Black Box, if all goes well. And if I can't do it, then I will let you guys know ahead of time. Tomorrow night. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'll tell y'all. Wait, tomorrow is Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not doing that tomorrow. I don't think so. So yeah. So Saturdays are our shows, and then I do my ride to works in the mornings sometimes if I'm able to do that. You guys just come back whenever I'm live or upload something and let me know. So after this video is over, please, you guys, come back. I'm asking you, low key begging you, because I tell y'all every week, when the video is over, I need you to hit that refresh button on your phone, your laptop, or whatever it is. And under this video, not on my community wall, but under this video, please leave a comment to let everyone know how you liked the book, what you liked about this week's read, because we know sometimes it takes a while for the chat to populate, for the people to see the chat as they're watching the video. But I would like the author to know, when, if he comes back to watch the video, that he can see you guys' comments under this video. So it's not just me asking y'all to leave a comment just because, but it is also for the author to be able to see that the people, oh look, my phone went dead, that the people like the video. Okay, okay. Can I get an okay in the chat? Do you need Mars for ride to work? I mean, I would like it. I would like it. How does Twitch work? Okay, Twitch is an app that you can download on your phone. I think you have to have the app in order to watch it. It's free to download. It's free to join. You don't have to pay anything to watch. If you would like to chat in the comments while we're watching the movie, then I think you do have to have an account with them. If not, you'll just be able to watch the movie, but you won't be able to chat, right? So you have to make an account with them. Like I said, it's free. Lue, it is free to do so. So twitch.tv. So you just go ahead. Well, my phone went dead, so I can't drop the link again. But let me see. I might be able to type it here. Let me Kermit the Frog y'all real quick. Hopefully y'all the key is not too loud. Um, hold on. And it's real fun. When I tell y'all, oh my God, we watched Karen last week and it was so good. So we have a good time in the chat while we're watching the movies, and we just talk to each other like, you know how you would do in the movie theater, but everybody gonna tell y'all to shut up. That's how we doing in the chat, Sonny. You can talk as loud as you want to in the chat. Ain't nobody gonna tell you to hush, because everybody is there to enjoy the movie, and it's like a live reaction to the movie as we're watching it. So it's real dope. Everybody in there is always good. It's always a good time and a good vibe in there. You know, we don't have no crazy, nothing crazy that's going on over there on Twitch. And so it's only on Twitch. It's not on YouTube, so you will not be able to see it. I will put a post on my community wall the day of, to let you guys know that we are going to be live over there, and I'll leave the link on my community wall, but you will not get a YouTube notification because it's not on the YouTube platform, because they will strike my channel. So I'm not streaming it on YouTube because it is a copywritten movie through Amazon Prime, right? So, and Amazon owns Twitch, so that's why you can do that. technically, if I was to do a watch party through Amazon Prime itself, then you guys would have to have an Amazon Prime account. And I don't want you guys to have to pay for that in order to just have fun with us, So shout out to everyone that has given us movie suggestions thus far. And shout out to Win Shantae, my sis. She sponsored the last movie that we watched, and she sent in some a love offering to sponsor other movies that may be suggested that cost for us to watch it. So most of the movies that we watch will be free, but if the movie costs a little bit of money, just let me know, and we already have money in the account to be able to purchase that movie. So now that don't mean you just go out here and just find any all everything that costs money now. Okay, I know y'all can find some good movies on Amazon Prime that's free, but if they do cost, then you know that'll work too. That'll work too. So I hope you guys, Lord, she said, please mod during the ride to work. She gets spicy with other people on the road. Okay, Angela Durn, dry snitching. No, she wet snitching because she put it right there as soon as I see the child. Let me let y'all go. I'll talk to y'all later. I done talk to y'all to death. If there's no other questions, comments, or concerns, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for joining us down here at the Almond Delights Reading Corner. I am your reader tonight, Miss Almond Brown 09. If you would like to be a blessing to the channel, you can do so here. You can do so there. Thank you so very much for you guys coming through and watching with us. I love you guys with the love. Oh, wait. Smile at somebody. It'll change their day, honey. It may even change your day. Even with a mask on, they can still see it in your eyes. Okay? I love you guys with the love of God. And there is what, honey? Nothing we can do about it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Thank you all for joining another episode of Almond Delights Reading Corner. I pray that you enjoyed yourself and you're relaxing your mind, in your body, and in your spirit. Come back and join us again next week as we continue our reading. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Be blessed and enjoy your evening.